Routines. You either love them or hate them, but if you're a student, you need them. So this video is all about setting up a Sunday routine if you are a student. All right, so the name of this channel is School Habits, right? And that's what I talk about all the time is habits. So what's the difference between a habit and a routine? So a habit is a small action that we do repetitively over time. And a routine is a regular way of doing these things in a particular order. Essentially, a series of habits make up a routine. So habits don't take a lot of thought or conscious effort because they've been ingrained in us over time because we've done them for so long. Versus routines are more deliberate and we have to be more conscious about the order of the events and when we do them. So this whole Sunday night routine process should take about 45 minutes. If you have a routine that is so long and complicated, you're just not gonna wanna do it. Also, the routine that I'm talking about here is not a self-care routine. So if you have a self-care routine established already, then continue to do that. This is more of a student admin, take care of your life, get ready for the week, clean the slate, start off low stress type routine. And before we begin, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already, because doing so really supports my channel and I thank you so much in advance. Now that's out of the way, let's get into your Sunday night routine that you need, because I'm telling you, you do. Number one, pretty obvious, but needs to be stated anyway, is plan out your week. So whether it's on a paper calendar, a digital calendar, or both, you need to look at your week ahead and think, what am I actually doing on each day? So this includes classes, like which ones are online and which ones you need to show up to in person. Do you have any appointments? Work hours, or any other obligations that are time sensitive, you have to put those on a calendar. I personally use a combination of Google Calendar and a paper calendar. You gotta find what works for you. But get this all set on a Sunday night so there's nothing that you're gonna miss during the week. Also, if you have a class syllabus, so most likely for like college or grad school, and you know particular assignment due dates that are coming up that week, put those on your calendar as well. And then finally, if you have any tests that are coming up that week, those go on your calendar too. Number two, set up all your digital reminders for the week in advance. So in the Reminders app on your phone or in Google Calendar, you want to enter reminders for every single time-sensitive event that you have coming in the week, which you've already identified in step one. Front load all of this information on Sunday night. So what I mean by a reminder is, like, let's say you have to log into a Spanish class on Wednesday at 10:23. Set a 10-minute reminder at 10:13 to go off so that you give yourself enough time to get ready for this class. Do this for every single day, for every single appointment that you need to get to. For due dates, you only need to set a 10-minute reminder or a half-hour reminder for a due date if you have like an online assignment that needs to be submitted by like noon on Friday, then at 11:30 or 11:50 if you're feeling risky, right? Then set yourself a reminder to make sure that you hit submit and turn it in so that you don't actually miss the digital submission deadline. Number three, you want to go through your digital files and fix any names to your digital files that kind of got fuddled up over the week. So I've talked about this before, but you want to have a naming convention that you use for all the files that you create or all the files that you have the ability to change the name for. So PDFs, Google Slides, Google Docs, Word documents, whatever you're working in, should be a very simple naming convention. So the name of the class and then a description of what the document is. And on Sunday night, you want to go through and make sure that all your files have proper names, because honestly, during the week, sometimes we forget to name them, and that's fine. Now's your chance to clean them all up. Number four, clean out your downloads folder. That place can get really junky really fast. Throughout the week, you're gonna be opening and downloading a million files a day. And the default location for a lot of these files is your downloads folder. So as part of your Sunday night routine, go through your downloads folder and you're gonna look at every single file in there and do one of two things. Number one, delete it. That's my favorite activity. Or number two, move it to a location where it's supposed to be. So if it's an image and you need it for math, put it in the right class. If it's a PDF for English, put it in your English file. Number five, print documents for all your upcoming classes. Now you'll most likely be able to do this if you're like in college or grad school where you have a syllabus. If you're in high school, it depends on how organized your teacher is and whether or not they let you know in advance what materials you'll be needing for that week. But regardless, I suggest that you print out everything you possibly can for the upcoming week. PDFs, worksheets, other sorts of reading. So one of the benefits of doing this is, like, let's say you have a live math lesson on Tuesday, okay? You can have all your attention on the screen with the teacher learning the lesson, and if you've printed out some like worksheet in advance, even though there's a digital version of it, you could have it in front of you while you're looking at the teacher, but you have the paper version in front of you. You don't have to finagle between all the tabs and the browsers and get lost and try to find the files. Get all of that stuff up and ready and printed out in advance. If you don't know what materials you'll be needing for the week and you have a good relationship with your teacher, you could always shoot your teacher an email on Sunday night saying, hey, I'm wondering what we're gonna be reading this week. Phrase it better than that. But see if you can get a heads up. Just because they don't have that information already set and available to you doesn't mean that your teacher doesn't have that information to give to you if you were to ask for it. Number 6, go through all your folders, your actual ones and your digital ones, and get rid of junk, get rid of duplicates, and clean them up. So similar to what you did in your downloads folder in step 4, you need to clear up your digital desktop, Google Drive, or any other locations where you store files. Delete the duplicates and delete the junk. Next, go through all your folders, your notebooks, and your piles of paper that have accumulated on your desk. Now, for your real life papers, not your digital files, you have 3 options. Number 1, throw it away. Again, that's my favorite activity. Number 2, move it to its proper home. So perhaps you have an English folder, and then when you printed out a PDF of your English reading, you're done with it, put it in your English folder. Or number 3, if you are gonna need some of these documents that you have on paper, if you need a digital version of them, then now would be the time to scan them. You don't need an actual scanner. You can just use a scanner app. I use something called Doc Scan. It's free and it's on my phone and it creates a PDF and it's perfect. Find something like that. Number 7, clear and clean your workspace. Those are 2 different steps. So first, clear everything off. This habit on purpose I'm putting after the last one, which was organize your papers and files. So that's part of the clearing process. But also, if you have like tech and wires and headphones hanging around on your desk, put those in the proper location. If you have markers that are all over the place and pens all over the place, put those away. Second, clean it. Clean your keyboard, clean your mouse, clean your screen with like an alcohol wipe. Wipe down the area under your desktop. Vacuum around your workspace. Take care of your workspace because throughout the week you might not have time to do it. And it really builds up after a while, if you know what I mean. Number 8, go through your assignment notebook and make sure you did not miss anything. I've said before in a lot of my other videos, do not rely on your learning management system. Those are called LMSs. So that's like a Google Classroom, Canvas, Blackboard, whatever. Don't rely on that as your assignment notebook. You should be using an actual paper assignment notebook, like one that you get from Staples or Target. Or you can use my downloadable printables. I will put that in the description box below, a link to that. Whatever you're using, it needs to be something that's not like Google Classroom. Make sure that everything that you have written down that you were supposed to have completed last week is completed and submitted. Homework comes in 2 steps. Do it. Yay, good for you, but you have to submit it too. Number 9, this is super important. Manage your email. Now, if you're getting a ton of email, this step alone could take 45 minutes. Definitely check your email daily, but your Sunday night routine is to get a little bit more nitty-gritty. So you want to go through your email inbox and do the following. Number 1, delete junk emails. So those are things that you didn't ask for. Something that like somehow you got signed up on a mailing list and you're just in the habit of deleting those. Don't just delete those because it's just gonna come back next Tuesday. Okay, so you unsubscribe from that junk stuff unless you're subscribed to my report card newsletter. Plug. Number 2, delete unnecessary emails. So that wouldn't be like junk emails. That would just be an email that your friend sent you or a teacher sent with a follow-up thing and it's not important. You got the information you needed from it. Don't need it anymore. Delete it. Number 3, I don't know why we have such an aversion to this one, but read the unread emails and then do something with it. There's no reason you should have 1,000 unread emails or even like 10 unread emails in your inbox. Read them and then do something with it. So do something with it could be delete it. It's number 1, and that's usually a preference. Or 2, take the information in the email and like put it where it's supposed to go or grab what you need from it. If it's a link, save that link somewhere. If it's a file attached to it, save that file somewhere. And then 4, check for any emailed updates or announcements from your teachers. Oftentimes teachers will send stuff out on Sunday if there's a change to the syllabus for the week, or if there's going to be a change to like a class schedule. A lot of times that stuff goes out on Sunday. So always check and prioritize emails from teachers or from your school. So those are 9 basic student school admin tasks that absolutely deserve a spot in your Sunday planning routine. Now, there's other things that you can add to your Sunday routine depending on your situation. So if you are going to be in-person learning and you need to pack your lunch, then you can plan your lunch for the week. Maybe you can do some food prep, clean out your backpack and get your backpack ready for the week and put everything that you need to bring to school in your bring to school folder. But these 9 steps here are the core of a good Sunday routine that should get you set up and ready for the week. So I hope they help. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thanks for watching. You've got this. We've got this. And I'll see you in my next video. Delete unnecessary. Number 2, delete unnecessary. Is that a fire truck? Seriously? No, not delete it. That's not what I meant.